Nunavut, innain atuk luwit uklumi, innain atuk kanir luwit, ukamaning atuk kanir luwit, pilirita. Let's continue to work together on a project like this, using the knowledge and wisdom of the elders today.
This project started when elders in Arviat were concerned about what young people were learning or weren't learning about their own history and culture. The results of not knowing their past have left the Inuit youth with uncertainty about the value of who they are as people and their place in the world. So they got a hold of a friend of mine in Arviat. He gave me a call and said that elders were concerned about what young people knew about their history and culture. So we talked back and forth, and eventually we came up with the Naninisiq Arviat History Project, which was designed to bring young people together with elders and to rediscover and re-explore the history and the culture of the people of Arviat. Inuit youth would conduct and film interviews with elders, and also created some short films. These interviews and short films would then be posted online so as to allow other Inuit youth to view them, and as a way of boosting the confidence of the Inuit youth involved in the project.
Nico kanama kejaha tatuk tuni tau tu ramela sati pehulak mari kana joka kinga rolling o kau hibo atok taka kabo nuna titni la ni titni hon ni ga rata kau pe ki bahana ne hena oni lutu takehane inu tikta oni lutu takehane ta pita kakota.
My name is Chris Kunni. I live in Arviat, Nunavut. Jordan Kunni.
I'm Elizabeth Mohyungnek. I
grew up here and I've been in Arviat for 20 years now. I'm working as a C-store cashier / store clerk. There's not much to do as growing here. You just gotta get along with it and try hang out with your friends.
Well, I want to learn more about our past, and that will make me who I am. Like I'm an Inuit.
You're a very strong advocate for Inuit culture and tradition, and an excellent writer too. Where did you get that skill from? Like, how did you develop that from someone, or is it something you acquired?
I was born with it. So Amy, how did you get involved in the Naninisiq Arviat History Project?
My student counselor at the school convinced me into doing the project because she knew that I would be interested.
And I wanted to do something new.
What's your biggest fear about being involved in this project? You have any fears or anything? So, oh my God, I don't know. You know, is there anything like that?
Technology, computer.
What made you interested in getting involved with the project?
Because it's involving all the elders and youth.
I was interested in learning our history because I didn't know much about it. Like, I did learn some Inuit history, but I didn't really learn about Arviat history. So
I tried out for this program
to support my little girl.
When you come to think of it, that it's discovering the history that needs to be done.
So we have 3 locations. So the day, maybe the light is going to run out by the afternoon. So the director said, let's get everybody there so I can start filming at 9 o'clock. How does she start filming at 9? She's got to get everybody there at least an hour earlier. Because what has she got to do? What do they need to do for that hour? They got to set up. Production manager's on the job. She said, hey, we got to get everybody there because we've got to set up the cameras. If there's lights, we need to set up the lights. And the director, and we have to get our actors in costume. Our props person, Amy's got to get them comfortable with the props. So you need at least an hour to do all that. And you're going to have to put costumes. Maybe there's some preparation for makeup, maybe not. But you need an hour to get everybody ready.
Though you do not glitter like a rare gem, I treasure you more, for you are my living jewel.
Taima tamakuni kumalik takalyak tinugo kaya takalyak nilo awle yubaliga maamay glorwali to kamao tutawe paluina ni taken taina tataga iglorwa kamik you will come and material tak minute tamakutigo namakulik tigo tay pumaniulo to takpong au upenga taman unga baliang ni akap ta jun mi au la so ta takpong aga so ta kaya kut unga baliang ni thangap ta pinahang na khawaya pasuta cha ai to lop ta amau ke luk ta tak pa ni ma ne la suta ki he ni mingulek patamunga ujak palege la biluta we mut tamani akwe mi ilangapta tamakuninga ngonda hulek pasutik puyunik ner takyo ner yutainik netchanik lug yugniklo ambe kalok nin tamakuninga kailalukanik awlehingi nunga piluyu itulo matakailalukanik taikwa atugau temelo matakahi netchi kahi amauwe kahi kami kau nutiglo aksuna kau alok sutik hunak kami ang hulog mata.
Kano lukta hablano namin pilagat sa lukta tamak walo ang nilaw kabuno na tingay lo uyay lo kaya tigo tayo mainokwe tayo manunawag ko ni inoko ngam atau tamak wa tamak jatay kwa inokwe iluwe atogat sa miyay matigi namu miyay lakap doon na agdagaw rin pihulwak pat uyakagan inokun takot takala ya abya inyong milawap ta maliga kaso ta inulok kimagata pitakkalwa ko yaw ito utalo atong lagi ito ni pitamiyaka tangin lutan tuktukalun honamyanin atong lagi ito ni magkaglawi nga kalot ako panuhalutan piksayo ako walaw kasi tamat sa mga apo tigiyak pulo taman na way mayot sa basugo kanuluk ta piksara na kahit unip ko magsawid dahil makay sakangap ta makay totaan tikip ang utitigo kasi usa unip ka sa tuwaro ta pitakar na hanig ka unip ka sa aro ta piwalawap ta tamaw nga naging itap si ay kagaw na nawap ta unip kali ito na mata kihimig kakwa pitatato kali imi ina po nilususit kaya piwalaw na matalis na mga takiwahinan.
Though money masters the world, for it buys anything, I find you more valuable, because with you, I own everything.
As part of the journey exploring their history and culture, Inuit youth traveled to Yellowknife and the Prince of Wales Heritage Centre. which which contains archival material related to the history of their home community, Arviat.
Beautiful caribou skin, but you can notice that there are these additions, right?
This is my mother's late father, Yaha ang Naninisiq. Date of birth year, which I saw, is 1907. The other one is my mom's mother, Margot ang Naninisiq. I named my baby Margot, so here I see this again.
I have an e-tag used for identifying Inuit, and they were used to name people because they didn't know how to say their names back then, and I'm using one.
That's it's like a tag number. Eskimo tag back in the early years. Just part of our project.
So let's see your e-tag.
That's very handy because it means that it's so easy to bring it out for you to have a look at, right? And again, it's like
so
in the archival materials. Has any archives you've been to wanted people to wear gloves?
Yeah.
Yeah. Different arrows can be from different areas, but they can also be for different kinds of hunting. So your birds, but also sometimes they're used for, some are used when you think you can't kill the animal and you just want it to wound the animal and work its way in. So the barbed ones in particular are for working their way into the animal. Makes it easy when people have put their, it would be a hard guess what that is. Seal? No? It's good.
Walrus, isn't it?
What part of the walrus?
The skin.
Think of the patterning. What part of the walrus might that be from?
My grandma, you are.
Yeah?
That's my grandma's carving.
All right.
Could you take a picture of me?
Yeah, you and your grandma's carving? Yeah. I'm sure Frank would be happy to do that.
This area as clean as possible.
Yeah! Got one finger? Oh, he's wet. He's not slimy or anything. He's not sharp.
So it blends in just really, really well. These hairs match the stuff that grows all around on the rocks really, really well. And
they don't mind.
We've recently begun to really build our programs to create a greater awareness of the North. I'm very, very interested in your thoughts and your perspectives about what you see, about what you're seeing means to you, about how the aquarium is talking about Canada's Arctic, and the way that that you feel it represents the world that you're familiar with, and the way that you feel maybe it doesn't. And maybe there are things that you think the Vancouver Aquarium could do better.
It's actually kind of interesting because there's lots of bowhead whale baleen and stuff. And is it true? I think Arviat has something to do with whaling. Does it mean something to do with whaling? The word Arviat?
Shape of a bowhead whale.
Oh, there we go. Yeah. So obviously are there still whales there?
Beluga.
Beluga, yeah.
But, you know, it informs your interview so that after you've read these documents, you get some ideas about questions to ask to people. That's the advantage of reading, is you guys are going to know already from the documents a lot about the history of Arvia. So when you ask people, the interviews will be a lot more interesting.
Back in 1954, the missionary Ledyard visited Southampton Island and persuaded Eskimos, probably about 18 of them, to move to Magoos River, 3 of whom died from polio. Then it goes on to say, try and convert savage Canadians.
The reason he's taking people to Magoos River is he wants to convert them to his brand of religion, and he doesn't want any, he wants to do it someplace where there's nobody else around. If you can set up your own community at Magoos River, there's no Catholics or Anglicans around to bother with, so he would see it as being easier to do if he had people at Magoos.
And Ledyard, aren't they supposed to work together? They're trying to both promote healthy living.
Yes, you would hope so.
Physically, spiritually, but...
So there's all these different conflicts in my culture, and you guys are getting caught up in them. That's what's going on. And you're right, in the best world, these people should be working together, but they disagree with each other, so they're not working together.
Why did they say savage Canadians? And how does the federal government see their Canadian Inuit today now?
Atong pangula to nakikakyaw na awyak kulo kulo. Hamakot siya may aktif lulaw to nalok tayo kalahuit to yuit lulaw to nakayak home nakayiwag kapiyuna nila nakikak na mikilo ala amigalirangan. Ay hamakot lulaw to Google kaya nila yutit. Ami hong giling nakagaw piti pitak ta ilakoya wala kaptak isi kaktalaw tuguda kita ngogalo ami hong kasi tugalo kapta na magigay na napin nakikakta hinakta yulaw kalo ata nungulik matagal tuk tayo tiya nakalo isi kalaw tugalo
matuk tuni nungulik nakakalut sa mat
Amma awlagi yung awanili tawane sa tahuli ay waktili law kapta ay way ngonong ulit mata dito may yulaw sikwa awlimat yulik apyang iluwek tu yahak tu magkuktud halak kauta ila kau imalwala kapsikan ngohulo kapalak kau patapukek tadi
Ilaikwa. My name is Chris Kuni, and I'm part of Alvet History Project. It is important to do research about Alvet History Project because those elders who were born out on the land are few now. There aren't many Inuit elders who were born out on the land and have experienced how to survive in the Arctic without electricity. without a gas, without a heater. Most young people don't really know their culture. They're slowly losing their culture. I'm learning from my grandparents. They were born out on the land. And I myself have difficulties learning them. I find it hard to live in the Arctic.
When we blog, the readers from this community say they were happy to have read what we wrote down.
Are you surprised about all the attention the project's been getting, not only from Arviat, but worldwide?
I'm really happy that people in Paris or France, and I think people from Germany, they went to this site, and it's unbelievable how people are interested in learning Inuit culture and tradition. Museum of Civilization.
Hello, my name is Chris Kunni. I'm a Canadian Ranger in Arviat, Nunavut. Today, I'm going to teach you how to skin a caribou faster. That's gonna be cool. So, you just cut this. Frustrating. Tired of waiting for my luggage. A little bit of, got tired of traveling. Before I left,
How to survive in an airport?
Well, like how to skin a caribou faster. You know those.
And a long extension.
You know those
cord.
electric scissors? Just.
Yeah. Hey, that would be a good funny. That would go viral quickly.
Yeah.
You know, like.
Puts you through a project, so it is basically just.
The light was red. You just drove right into the intersection on a red light.
Traditional knowledge is the information and skills of our ancestors passed down through stories and on the land experiential.
My grandpa comes up, he starts to talk about how animals migrate and how the weather keeps changing.
He talks to us and tells us about weather, and migration routes will be changed. Harder for us to go get some food.
Animals are not stupid. They have brains, they know how to survive, and they know how to find a way to survive. They are like human.
Human's best friend. And that concludes my presentation for today.
I want to do a presentation to the kids about our travel to Africa and my travel to Peru and
Science addressing crucial issues with northern communities and indigenous partners.
We want to put a human face to the challenges that are facing our communities.
The most memorable moment in Montreal was when the conference was ending. Nancy Linda was talking.
Increased participation of Inuit in the research area.
And at the end of the speech, her last words was, we want to be more important than polar bears and seals, and that was a very powerful moment.
We have to be sensitive to these instances of cross-cultural communication and miscommunication.
A lot of Inuit also don't understand some of your higher English and professional speaking writing skills.
There was difficulty issuing cash on the spot for problems like unexpected travel costs.
I actually wanted to talk about because there are really miscommunications between the Inuit and Habluna, and
there are differences. There are class differences, and we can't disappear these differences.
I actually got so ticked off with all of this, I rounded up some other colleagues who were having similar problems working internationally.
I can't bring my beautiful keyboard because people are going to be like, who's that girl with her?
Usually they welcome people, and when people come to Inuit communities, the Inuit don't think, oh no, it's that rich guy. They don't do that. It's just, you're welcome, welcome to this community, eat these free food. Like, there's a lot of things. They're not gonna think.
Para lo bingo la tu tu o vea ho chana ko nga pe ni ge na tu yo ma a doctor ya ni me ka do nga o ko a ke bin ni sai na ma ni a ti ya na do ta na pa la a ma te na to ka de yo ma so no na me ni pi te so me pi to yo a ma te e ka ta ri la tu nga ya TV jo aku tak jalan tu jalan ni kan lah atau apa? O kalau cakap songa pindah jalan lagi tiada tengah tak ko ajung itu semua pijo gacik. Kon ni lo amak kacik kado kalau hotel tu me jalan ni kan di biar tengah mana pindah jalan tahu mata Allah tu. Kau je mau jam yang ke hong ni me mana? On ni tu di luar tu jangan kerana songa. Nero me la mama atunga ai acha ma hata tu na to la ko na la teka amma teka atiko hika tatiko he bitna ko ta ko ki no yo ngi ti ai yo ko lo ta la ko pino ne ka yo ra tu na no la ka ka ji mama da ti
I think the most important thing that the reason we're here is because we want the Aboriginal people's message to be heard by Canada especially and the world.
What would you like the Canadian government to do actual changes towards your community?
I mean, people all over the world in their Arctic regions, in their higher regions where people are experiencing climate change.
What kind of political freedom do you have, if any? And do you have, does people of your culture play an active role in politics?
All over the world are, it's pretty important, and I think it's for Canadians and the North Americans, I think it's so important that Inuit's message is heard.
Earlier this week, one of our Dene communities in the Northwest Territories had record high temperatures that were 30 degrees Celsius above the average for this time of year. It was the hottest place in Canada. It was as hot as Phoenix, Arizona, and this is in northern Canada.
already making great progress towards our ambitious target of reducing greenhouse gas emissions by 17% over 2005 levels by 2020.
The final thing that I'm going to quickly talk about is how we would like the Canadian government to listen to Aboriginal people a lot more, because they've been ignoring the Canadian Aboriginal people, and that is something that we really disagree with, and that's something that they should really change, because they have caused enough problems, and that's one of the goals of the Inuit being killed. Like they were pretty much controlled, and I'm pretty sure there were more Aboriginal people that were pretty much controlled by the Canadian government, and that is really wrong. So
the Cancun agreements are more realistic than Kyoto. They are more comprehensive than Kyoto. And we believe they will be more effective and more fair than Kyoto.
The government is an active supporter and advocate for the fossil fuel industry that has created the climate crisis and lobbied hard to prevent meaningful action on climate change.
And I like how the Canadian youth delegation gets so much attention, and that's what the Canadians need. They need attention. What the Canadian youth delegation is doing is what I really like, because the Harper government should really make some changes, and Canadian youth delegation is trying to get their attention. And the things that we're doing here in Durban, South Africa, it's eventually gonna become history.
So here we are. It is December 7th in Durban, South Africa. What did you guys just do?
We just got interviewed on a live TV show today, and it was great.
Away from Canada, but they finally arrived in the port city of Durban, and they say they've traveled all this way to make sure that their voices are heard. The two Inuit cousins, Jordan and Curtis, join us now to tell us their story.
We got interviewed about what we want to be heard about here, and what was it like to live before the climate change.
What are you hoping, this is a live broadcast to South Africa, what are you hoping South Africans take back from your message?
I hope they take back and do the same as we are doing, and do some projects like we are doing here in South Africa.
Curtis, my first question to you is why did you apply to come on this trip?
The purpose I'm here is to talk about our elders' perspective on climate change, and this is a good way to let the youth know, and the government of Canada to know that our Aboriginal people, like our Aboriginal elders, have the knowledge about the climate change, and they have lived and seen the changes. What the elders are trying to keep is really important, because these things can save our lives. Inuit history is fading away, so I think it's important that we get this in the Nunavut education system.
I would tell the young people, I'm telling you young people, that it's not too late yet, because you still have the chance to dig out the information that's out there that you can dig into, and you have the potential, and most of all, there's still time.
I was shy about myself, and I didn't want to be in public. So this gave me opportunity to show who I am, what I can do, and where I can go.
Thank you.